Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the pupils, or should I say the viewers and listeners, and of course people who are taking benefit from these videos and they have become pupils of these tutorials. Insha'Allah al-Aziz, welcome to you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you all safe, keep you all smiling, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you all the blessings and the barakah of this month. Moving on to the next four lines, insha'Allah al-Aziz. First and foremost, welcome to you all on behalf of Ihyaaus Sunnah Bolton and Kashiful Uloom Al-Huda Preston. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we are going to continue with the letters of the Arabic alphabet when they take up the position in a word and they are coming in the joined form. So these are the joined assorted letters, assorted simply because they are randomly placed in the boxes, not going in order of alif, ba, ta, tha, etc. So what's very important, that the child must understand that the letters can be written in different forms and different shapes, depending on which position they are taking up and which letter they are coming before and after. As we have learned that there are the naughty letters, alif, dal, dhal, ra, za, waw. These letters, you cannot join anything after them. Before them, fine, but after, not possible. And as you can see from the identity mark, letters have a standalone position. If they're coming joined in a sequence of letters, then they will either be at the beginning, middle, or the end. The purpose is to recognize step one and then make the correct sound, and also point out whether the letter in front of us would take up the beginning, middle, or end position in a sequence of joined letters. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Children, I will point my cursor to the letter. You will shout out the answer, insha'Allah. So what's this letter? Dad. It's Dad. Now the question is, such a Dad, will it come joined in the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. Can you see? There's a joining stroke there, and there's a joining stroke over here as well. What's this letter over here? Dhal. Repeat it. Dhal. And where will you see this letter? Join at the beginning, middle, or end. Can only come in one place. End. Well done. What's this letter over here? Sin. Where will we see it? Join, beginning, middle, or end? And this one. This letter here? Jim. Beginning, middle, or end? Please answer. And so it will be joined at the end. This letter over here, the sound of the letter, let's recognize it. Lam. Where will we find such a lam? Joined at the beginning, middle, or end? And the sound of this letter, ho. Ho. Where will we find such a letter? The shape of this letter, beginning, middle, or end? Join in the middle, mashallah. And then this one here, ta, middle, beginning, or end? Middle. The sound of this letter, ha. What's the sound? Ha, middle of the throat, ha. Where will we find this letter? Join at the beginning, middle, or the end? Beginning. Join at the beginning. The sound of this letter, let's recognize it. Sheen. Now this shape of a sheen you will find where? In the beginning, joined at the beginning, middle, or end. In a sequence of joined letters, will you see it at the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. Sound of this letter? Fa. Beginning, middle, or end? Middle. Sound of this letter? If you recognize it correctly, you will say the letter correctly. So what's the sound of this letter? Hamza. Beginning, middle, or end? Middle. Join in the middle. The sound of this letter? To. Full mouth. To. Say it. Ta. Where will you find it? In the beginning, middle, or end? Beginning. The sound of this letter? Sad. Sad. Where will we find such a letter? Will it be joined at the beginning, middle, or end? End. This letter over here, what's the sound of it? Dha. The sound is Dha. Where will we find it? Look, there's a stroke there, and the lines continue at the beginning, the front, and at the end here. So we will see such a letter in the middle. Sound of this letter, come on, let's recognize it. What is it? Rain. Rain. Where will we see it? Beginning, middle, or end? Joined at the end. Sound of this letter? Noon. What's the letter sound? Noon. Where will you find this letter coming? If you see joined letters and you want to put this letter in the word, where will you put it? Beginning, middle, or end? Beginning. Sound of this letter? Meme. Will it come at the beginning, middle, or end? In a group of joined letters, will it be the beginning letter, middle letter, or the end letter? Middle. Can you see there's a joining stroke there? No, not actually, sorry. This is not the middle, this is the end. That's the end of the letter. So the end, it will come joined at the end. And what about this letter? What's the sound of it? Tha. Beginning, middle, or end? Middle. The sound of this letter? Ya. Where will we find this letter? Beginning, middle, or end? Beginning, joined at the beginning of sequence of joined letters. This letter sound is Lam. Beginning, middle, or end? Joined in the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. Sound of this letter? Kaf. Will it be joined at the beginning, middle, or end? If you want to put this kaf in with some joined letters, will you bring it at the beginning, middle, or end? Beginning. What about the sound of this letter? Ha. Where will it come? At the beginning, middle, or end of joined letters? And what about this letter here? Oin. The sound is Oin. Where will you find such a Oin shape? Beginning, middle, or end? Joined at the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. What's the sound of this letter? Sad. Just like this over here we did at the beginning. Will it be the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. How about this letter? What's the sound? Off. Full mouth. Off. Will it be at the beginning, middle, or end? If you want to join this letter with a sequence of joined letters, will you have to bring it in the beginning, middle, or end? And sound of this letter? Wow. Where will it come? At the end. It's a naughty letter. The sound of this letter? Ba. Where will it be joined? Beginning, middle, or end? This one in particular will be at the end. What's the sound of this letter here, where my cursor is pointing? Here at the bottom. Ta. Where will it come? Beginning, middle, or end? I'll just move it down. And what's the sound of this letter? Ta. Will it be at the beginning, middle, or end? Will it come at the beginning of the joined letters, middle, or end? And how about this letter? What's the sound? Qaf. Where will you see it? Where can you put it? At the beginning, middle, or end? Beginning. How about this one? Sound? Ra. Where will it come? Beginning, middle, or end? It can only come one place. End. And then over here in this shape, if it's joined, like it has to come at the end of joined letters. Remember, if it's coming, there might be a letter joined. For example, this qaf, you can join it here. Qaf, ra. But you can have letters after the ra, but the only thing is they just won't join. What's the sound of this letter? Noon. Beginning, middle, or end? Answer is joined at the beginning. The sound of this letter? Meme. Will it be joined in the middle, beginning, or end? Answer is middle. The sound of this letter? Hamza. What is it? Hamza. Will it be at the beginning, middle, or end? Middle. The sound of this letter? Concentrate. There's no letter after it, so it is alif. This is alif. and it's going to be joined at the end. And this one is the other one. Sound is lam, and it will be joined at the beginning. So go over these 4 lines, inshallah. Go through the video, inshallah. I will just pronounce all the letters and you repeat them after me, and then you go over it yourselves as well. Dad, Dhal, Sin, Jim, Lam, Kha, Ta, Ha, Shin, Fa, Hamza, Ta, Sad, Dha, Ain, Noon, Mim, Tha, Ya, Lam, Kaf, Ha, Ain, Sad, Qaf, Waw, Ba, Ta, Ta, Qaf, Ra, Noon, Mim, Hamza, Alif, Lam. So inshallah, go over this again. Practice lesson 1 every single day, the letters, and then go over your latest lesson, inshallah, and recap all your previous lessons as well. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.